Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Car Tutoring YouTube channel. So today we're going to be talking about the SAT writing portion of the SAT, and specifically redundancy. So to define, redundancy is the state of being not or no longer needed or useful. In writing, it is using unnecessary words to express something. So when we see this on the SAT, one thing to note is that these questions aren't necessarily testing you on grammar, but more on composition. The SAT will test a student's ability to express ideas clearly and concisely, and a large part of being concise in your expressions is making sure that you are not being redundant. These questions may seem difficult to newcomers because the sentences are often grammatically correct, so newcomers are unsure on what option to choose. But the options may not be necessarily the most effective versions. So, for example, we see the sentence, "The big giant cat completely finished his food." This sentence is grammatically correct, but it is not the most effective version of the sentence. So, to revise, the adjectives big and giant mean the same thing. Therefore, only one adjective is necessary. Secondly, the verb finish implies that something was completed, so the adverb completely is unnecessary. So to revise the sentence, the giant cat finished his food. This sentence is more effective than the previous sentence. So let's apply this to SAT practice question. When a plant in Seattle, Washington was redesigned for more natural light, the company was able to enjoy annual electricity cost reductions of $500,000 each year. Our answer options are A, no change, B, every year, C, per year, and D, delete the underlined portion and end the sentence with a period. So, a big strategy to use when you attack this question is to eliminate incorrect answer options. So, when we look at the question, we can recognize that choices A, B, and C all use phrases that are redundant to the word annual. So, we have in option A, no change, uses the phrase each year. Option B uses every year, and C uses per year. All of these things essentially mean the same thing as the word annual, so it is redundant. Therefore, choice D is the best answer. So let's try another question with more complexity. So the pattern box observed in 2012 may repeat itself again with harmful effects on the Arctic ecosystem. Our answer options are A, no change, B, itself, with a comma, C, itself, comma, with damage and, or D, itself, possibly, comma. This question is even more complex because you have to pay attention to the punctuation. In this case, the punctuation is all fine with commas in the correct places, so we don't have to necessarily worry about that. But it is something to keep an eye out for on future questions. So let's use the same strategy of eliminating incorrect answer options. So first, option A is incorrect because the word repeat implies something is being done again, so the word again is unnecessary. Then we can look at choice C. Choice C is incorrect because the phrase harmful effects expresses the same meaning as the word damage, so the word damage is unnecessary. This is an example of redundant nouns. When two nouns are juxtaposed and mean the exact same thing, one of them is likely unnecessary, or even if they mean similar things. Then we can move on to choice D. So choice D is incorrect because the word may expresses possibility, so the adverb possibly is unnecessary. So with all of these, and options A, C, and D eliminated, choice B is the best answer. So these questions often show up on the test. For example, out of the 44 questions on the College Board's Release Practice Test 1 in the writing section, 4 of them were related to redundancy, which equates to about 40% in the total score out of 1,600. These kinds of questions are relatively simple once you understand the concept, so they're kind of the ones that you want to look for and hope that you get. These questions may be important in time-saving strategies, as this question might be one that you can solve quickly and quickly recognize the incorrect answer options, allowing for more time to be spent in other questions. So anyways, I hope this helped, and if there are any questions, please leave them in the comments, as well as any suggestions that you might want for a future video. Thank you, and see you again.